And I'd like to take this opportunity. This expensive camera that's doing this 4K video is not the venue's. It is Greg Crane's camera that he volunteered to let us use. They seem to be. Okay, I'll be quick because this will be way less technical than other stuff. Let's see here. Oh, that's more progress than I thought I'd have. All right. So this is more of a site demo. This might get loud. Megadeth, you ready? All right. Like I said, I'm trying to go fast. PVGCDB. I spelled it wrong, but it's PVGC Mayhem. Mayhem. Warning, men's choral music is on the way. So now I got it right. PVGCDB is Purdue Varsity Glee Club database. So I was saying in the Glee Club at Purdue in college, Micah, get ready. Micah went to Indiana, which is like Purdue's arch rival in the state of Indiana. So listen up. I don't even know what my slides are, by the way. I don't know. So the Glee Club founded in 1893. There's only been 5 directors spanning the last 93 years. There's decades of tradition, shared experiences, performance experiences, camaraderie among all the members. Here's just a taste from when the Glee Club flew to Alaska in 1956 for a Bob Hope USO tour. So fast forward to, well, that was on purpose. Fast forward to 2018. So the Glee Club has the 125th anniversary, so they have all the alumni come back. They made a commemorative CD to hand out to the members. And it had like 10 tracks. And then there's like this email with like a Dropbox link. And so one of the assistant directors went into the basement and found like all these, I don't know if you say tin, but like reel to reel just in cases. And he found an old reel player and he just recorded them. So there were like 1930s to the 80s, I think, of just reels that were like 48 minutes long of WAV files. And it was just kind of like a footnote, like, oh, and here's like a Dropbox link. No one really looked at it. I looked at it, and it was like from 1958, and the quality was really good. And it's like, it's kind of cool. And so here is, this is the last choral music, and then it's Megadeth. So this is just like the 30 seconds from the 2018.
And God said, let there be light, and there was light,
That's the target market of what I'm showing. Members, alumni, all that stuff. So I had this idea. I have this audio. No one's gonna like 80, unsplit MP3s. Like no one's gonna look. You're not gonna press play. You're just not gonna do it. So I went through the exercise of I listened to each one. I split each one, titled, and like uploaded it. And then within the EE, I just categorized, tagged, sorted, did the duration and everything. And what was bouncing in my head is IMDb. But I thought, like, what the alumni like, oh, I love that song. Like, creation, that was creation. So it'd be like, okay, this version was with this director from the 80s, and it's this category, and like the soloist is Tim Hoppy, you know, like all this tagging and stuff. And so these go to 11. So this is the, where is Robin? This is like the default theme just embellished, like the whatever has been around for a while. But it's just like all the EE things, like a lot of native things. I mean, there's data grab and there's JCOGs, but there's not a ton that you couldn't just do out of the box. So I got like the titles, the year, when was it added, era, director, like is there an arrangement, number of views is somewhere, 1061. You can play the tracks and everything. So this all built on a volunteer basis. It's supposed to be kind of like a wiki ethos. It really just, I did everything. People wanted to help. It's just a hard site to help on. You know, like, it's kind of what I learned. So I revealed it to the alumni on Facebook and email, and I thought, this will just be like, oh, it's like a cool Spotify list of songs I liked. And I thought, like, that's as far as its usefulness needed to extend. And then when I sent it out, I start getting emails. I think Tim was around when this was happening. Like, I was not expecting this. It was, in fact, I won't even read this. Just like say next when you're done, because I won't be able to read it. So like someone found a track and it was their brother that died. Same thing, like, and I got dozens of these. Gotta look away. So so like her dad was in the Glee Club and she never met him really. And I was able to find her dad, send it to her. So it's just like you build something, you volunteer, and it wasn't just like a music thing, it was like a personal connection. And then people started sending me stuff. So I started getting, I had to buy a real player on Jesse. I don't know if Jesse and Greg are here, but like it's in the office. If you want a real player, I got it. And I started getting a lot of vinyl. This was actually acetate, and I had to send it to California for like a specialist to record it from like 1938. The features were all just very EE-centric. Like I made a data grab or a bash script to take a directory of track 1, track 2, track 3, track 4, MP3s, and I could give it variables like decade, director, where was the performance, etc. And this bash script would make a XML file for data grab. So it's just like a data grab prep script. I think you've seen a little bit of the, I have to click, the song detail. So you see there's tags. I do have like, you can add lyrics, you can add notes. It has ratings. No one ever uses them. They should, it's cool. Collection detail. I did a lot of with collections, so it's like if I got a performance like Carnegie Hall 1946 or whatever, I would group all the tracks. So there's like a player that's mobile friendly and everything, and I'd like take the cover art and all the individual tracks are listed, so you could like just play what you want and see it all in context. Search, it's very pro-searchy, just like all the, I never know if it's called faceted, but just like, I want to see this song from this decade with this director of this genre. Very basic pro-search stuff, like nothing pushing the envelope, not really. There's just lots of content. I made a since I was getting so much vinyl, I thought it was just cool to present it if I have cover or just like what it looks like. Some's just really old. I don't think it's trying to scroll. And then you could like go into the detail, and I would zoom in on the cover art and everything. This was cool. It didn't really amount to anything. I made this template to show what volunteer tasks were available for all these songs. And I'm the only person that did it, but it's cool. Like it was a cool thing to make. Memorials have become big. So like one of the directors that was at that 2018 thing has passed away recently. And so there's like a spot with like a entry date, start date, or expiration to like show these memorials. JCOGs in the house. So sharing is huge for these things. Like Facebook is like or text is like, oh, did you hear this song? Or like, oh, I found Dad singing. So I knew that Open Graph had to be good. You don't really need to read this. This is basically saying like, if current time equals December, do this different thing. So it's doing like the really complicated text, like put this text at this coordinate and then add this watermark so that if it's November 31st, this is what you see. If it's December 1st, that's what you see. So it's like, I just thought it was like a cool thing to add. Just a couple more. This simple shuffle. And you click it, and it just redirects to a template that I think just does like X channel entries order by random. And a lot of people use it. In fact, I made it like a analytics tracking thing, just to see like how many people click that link. Memorials, I think I cloned that slide. So the takeaway is, volunteer work like this is rewarding. It's kind of fun to have a site in the wild that it's important because it's out there, but like you also can do what you want with it. So like when Tom was like, do you want to try this new cloud connector or whatever? I'm like, I got a site with lots of files. It's proof that content is king. It's like, I have this content. I know that people like it. If I can just make the interface for it, it kind of works. And it just reminds me that EE has lots of very powerful community-oriented features. I mean, like there's blogs and stuff, but there's like lots of member features and just like the rating and the tags and just a way to add some pizzazz to the content. So that is it.